In this video, I'll show you how to program a new key for your Chrysler using this simple key kit. This is going to work for these Chrysler models and years right here on the side. That's 200, 300, Aspen, PT Cruiser, and Sebring. This is an easy process. We'll show you how to do it from start to finish. And this will definitely save you a ton of money compared to getting a key from the dealership. So let's go ahead and open this thing up, see what we have inside. What we have inside is our user guide, the easy installer, and a new key. A couple notes here. You will need to have a current working key, one that is currently paired with your vehicle to do this process. If you don't have a key that works, you cannot do it. The physical key on the key fob here, you will need to get that cut first before you start the process, and you can do that at your local hardware store. And then over here, if you want to inspect your easy installer, if this plastic seal is missing, damaged, or it says void, you'll want to replace the entire kit you have. You'll want to just go back to the retailer where you got it and get yourself a new one, because it likely will not work. So now we can begin by activating our key. I'm going to show you on screen now. There is a unique activation code depending on which key fob you're currently using and which model you're using. So you're going to want to find the picture of your key fob and then just remember that 3-digit code or write it down. And one quick note for those of you that use a Chrysler Aspen and have the key fob that is shown on screen right now, you'll want to flip over your original key fob and look on the back and check the FCC ID. If the FCC ID is the same as the one shown on screen right now, your activation code will be 236. So moving on, we will activate the key. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. First, just press the lock and the panic buttons simultaneously. This light will come on. And now we can enter the 3-digit code. The first digit we will enter with lock, second with panic, and the third with unlock. I'll be entering 231. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. And now we can click these two buttons again, lock and panic, and this light should blink back our activation code. 1, 2, pause, 1, 2, 3, pause, 1. That means we did it correctly and we're good to go. If yours is blinking back something different, and just in general, as you're watching this video, if you're finding some kind of a problem, it's most likely an error, and we will go over those at the end of this video. So if everything went according to plan, you now have your key activated and you can go ahead and hop in your vehicle. So take your easy installer, new key, old key, and your user guide, and go ahead and get in your car if you aren't already there. We want to first locate the OBD port. The port looks like this image on the screen right now. Usually it is under the dash, almost down by the pedals. So go ahead and look down there, see if you can find it. If you can't seem to find it, check the owner's manual of your vehicle. That information will be in there. And now that you know exactly where your OBD port is, make sure you are in the vehicle, close all the doors, make sure the vehicle is off, in park, and go ahead and put the hazard lights on. We want to set the dial position of our easy installer based on the model. If you have a 200 PT Sebring or Sebring, the dial position should be on 1, just like you see here. And if you have a 300 or an Aspen, you'll just turn that over to 2. Now we can go ahead and begin the pairing process. Once you get started, you'll want to work quickly. There's no need to rush, but you'll just want to get things done in a timely manner, because if you wait too long in between steps, your vehicle's computer can time out and you'll just have to start over. So go ahead and remove the seal from your easy installer and plug that in to the OBD port. Oh, I'm sorry. First, before you plug that in, you're first going to turn on the vehicle with your original working key, start the engine fully, start the engine, then plug in your OBD port. Once that's plugged in, you'll want to wait up to 8 seconds, and you should hear a beeping sound, 3 quick beeps, which sounds like this. That means that your vehicle has recognized that we're starting to pair a new key, and that's good. If you hear more than 3 beeps, you'll want to skip over to the end of the video to check out that error. Once you heard the beeps, just go ahead and turn off your vehicle. Grab your new key, insert it in, and you want to turn it to the on position. Do not start the engine, turn it to the position just before starting with your new key. Once that's in there, come over to the Easy Installer. You see this button here on the bottom. You'll just press that. You'll wait again up to 8 seconds, and you should hear the same 3 beeps, just like this. That means we are now communicating with the new key, so we'll just go ahead, turn this off again, remove the new key, and simply press this button once more. If everything worked correctly, you should hear a chime sound, which sounds like this. And that means that your new key is paired and you are good to go. So you'll just want to remove the Easy Installer from the OBD port, turn off your hazard lights, and then you can go ahead and test your new key, make sure that it's working. Your old key will also be working. And you can actually continue this process with this Easy Installer to program up to 8 keys for your vehicle. So you could just reactivate a new key and plug this back in and follow these steps again for 6 more keys for a total of 8. So now we can go over quickly some of those errors that we may have encountered during the activation or the pairing process. In the user guide, there's a lot of good information here, frequently asked questions. There's also a customer service number in here, so you can see right there. So what happens a lot of the time is that instead of hearing 3 beeps, you'll hear 8. You'll hear different numbers of beeps. For example, if you hear 8 beeps when you try to start pairing, the vehicle is communicating that you have already paired 8, the maximum of 8 keys to your vehicle, and you can't do any more. And you'll basically just want to go ahead and call this customer service number because you will not be able to pair another key to your vehicle. Here it's just going over the fact that you can't use an Easy Installer with more than one vehicle. It's unique to your vehicle. Another error is if you hear 2 beeps at 1 second intervals, and that just keeps going, 2 beeps, 2 beeps, 2 beeps. You can look over here on this page number 12. That means that you have someone has actually already paired this Easy Installer to their vehicle, and it will not work with yours. If you hear 3 distinct beeps at 1 second intervals, the Easy Installer is not detecting the original key, and you need to make sure that that original key is with you. There are other general problems that you could have, that it's not, your key simply isn't pairing, or what to do if the Easy Installer was unplugged during the pairing process. In that case, you would just start over. You just begin the pairing process from the beginning. But other general errors, they will just tell you to call their customer service number. So you can always just flip over to this page 13, you can see that right there. And other than that, normally the only problem that you'll have is that it's just beeping at you, and that will refer to those 3 errors that we mentioned. So I hope you were able to program your new key successfully. I hope you saved lots of money doing this process using this simple key. And I thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.